coming up, I've been to many schools to learn how to defend myself. As far as martial school of martial arts, I give a shout out to Long Fu Pa. Uh, give a shout out to legendary Bill Butler for roller skating. These particular two schools, what they call sports, introduced me how a survival of how to maintain on my thought pattern on another level. So roller skating and the motion of roller skating puts one in a whole different frame of mind. In this particular habitat. I guess if it was in the jungle, you know, I would be running wild in the jungle because I have a lot of energy. Yeah.
So I'm assuming that because of the skating and the craft and the art of skating and the speed and some of the techniques within skating is part of what helps focus your energy better and learn more about energy and then some more intricate information about skating in general that goes above the technique.
Well, you know what it did? It actually gave me a reason to be able to distribute, right, and to heal. It's like a sponge. When you walk into a room, right, you basically you walk into what they call an entrance, and when you in that entrance, you're actually in a trance. So whatever's in that room, that's what you're going to be building on. You're going to either buy it, sell it, learn it, whatever, whatever in that building. Then when you leave, you see the sign that say exit, exit. So what roller skating did, it gave me a place, a platform to help motivate and help show people that we can survive in particular situations. Because I am actually from New York, so I give a big shout out to New York. I give a shout out to Red Hook, Brooklyn. I give a shout out to the Bronx, Webster Projects, South Bronx. Give a shout out to Queens, Lawton, and Jamaica. Give a shout out to Manhattan, Moneymaker Manhattan, 125th and St. Nicholas. I'll give a shout out to what I call Prison Island, which Wu Tang Island. We done changed, we changed things up. But I give a shout out to Wu Tang Island or Staten Island, New York, and all the states and everybody that rose in there. They called me at that particular time because I made a metamorphosis to adapt to the and to help the people. If you out of reach of people, you can't help. So at that time, I was the SP to the ARK or the Spark, and one that was basically showing people that we can like the marker or the scout, showing people in the skating ring that we can go further. But my basics for learning and this was a spiritual reality, which is called Waya. Waya is it's a way where the spirits come to you, the great spirits come to you, and they say, well, you know what? You could be utilized. So we're gonna go up in you through the crown chakra, and those are portals. We have 7 chakras in our head. So when the great spirits come and you basically adhere to certain qualifications, and one qualification is to have knowledge of the earth, who's who on the earth, and helping the earth. And I do know for a fact that the womb man is the walking, living earth, like you are earth, Queen Earth.
Tell us a little bit more when you're talking about the spirits. Does any of this also involve some of your heritage, the Indian side of your heritage, and then we're also going to double back over to skating and some of the things that skaters do that defy gravity in some of their movements. So getting to the cultural side of you, that your heritage, whether or not the Indian in you, and did you uh, study or were taught by any Indians specifically that kind of open your eyes to their culture and some of the spiritual sides of what they do, and then their reverence for nature, which is enormous. So, what are your thoughts on that, or what did you learn from those experiences, if that's how you experienced that side of you?
Yeah, I did actually. I did. Thanks for asking. Uh, I want to give a shout out to all the Yamasee, all the Indian, Cherokee, all the Navajo, anybody that's sovereign, in this particular land, which is America. And I just want to plug this in that time don't exist, and we really know this. Time is just a figment of the imagination, a file cabinet for the deeds that can be asserted, deeds that's been done, and as we know, we're always in the now. So on that, yes. I did realize that my connection with the land, gave me a benefit because sometimes they say, well, Africa, and we were born in Africa, or we was put here, and the way I was taught that we're above the body. The body is a three-dimensional form, which is what we see is the solid part, and there's different densities in a solid, which you have the skin, which is one texture, then you have the bone, a different density, then you can have the arteries, which is still a solid, but it's different intensity. Then you have your what they call it, the fluids, in the body, which is the blood, or the different like pus, urine, whatever. Then you have what you call the gases. We all know we have gases in the body because we can smell them, because that's from the fire that's within us. So we are actually here, but we're extended through the solid, liquid, and gas all the way up to the what they call the Arion. And it's a beautiful thing because you have to come within yourself to go out of yourself, because the things that we perceive, you see, is just the reflection of the light that's within us. You see, so it's a what they want to call it mystical, but the best way I can explain it in Shiva of Radio 7 is that what happens is that the timeline, even though time don't exist, the road, was linked through the writings of these men, and they call the scriptures. And the best way I can explain it is the Bible was written, and the Bible was translated, but it was preserved. So all those that had a hand in building this road is considered by the heavens or the spirits to be great. And there's a lot of things that's being said about the people that what we say died. When we say died, it's like a deed that they have done. So when we look at these bodies that's on trees, that's been hanging on trees, they're not in that body. That spirit, that energy is not in there, because the energy had escaped. It could have escaped a long time before they even got there, because we're in this body and we're looking out with our senses. Once we come into danger, we retract and go back up, just like a snail would take his head, a turtle would take his head and go back in his body. We actually go back up into the heavens when there is any type of danger. You see, then when there's no danger, it comes along. If we can get back in that body, we will get back in that body. If not, we are so great that we will go into another body as far as our soul. So all this drama about what has happened, and people, jumping off the ships, and from Africa, this and that is something which is called propaganda, because we're still in the same situation. Time doesn't exist on the level people think it is, and we need to keep moving. And this is what Little Gigi has come. Little Gigi is a hologram man, a part of the big ship that's called the mothership. And the reason why it's called the mothership is because this is the earth. And as it is in the heaven, so shall it be on the earth. And the things that should be done is actually the duty and the responsibility for the creators, the little creators, what you call creatures, or the little people. The mother means my other. Just like people look for the father, and that is the fat her. You see? And the word her is from the word hieroglyphics or graphics that she has left written in stone. So when they say the church will be written in stone, or that the rock is the pyramid, you see, not the paper. The paper from the word papyrus, which is actually face. That has nothing to do with it. It's what's in stone. So this go all the way back to Egyptian, which is called they say But get to from the spiritual realm, from the roadmap of the Bible, right? One can find themselves in these days and times, which was called capitalistic society, and they can trace themselves if they read and study. And with the roller skating, the movement that I had was to motivate and to spark up those who were basically lost in the city of New York, where we would have died if it wasn't for the movement of roller skating, the many people that was behind it, the people with different religions that was motivating people, and actually moving the motion of roller skating, because we were skating every night, and people would come in and we motivate them, and they would go out and come in, and once a week these people would come once a week. We would be there 7 days a week. So I want to give a shout out to the Good Skates, our legendary Bill Butler, his creative dance move. I believe he's in Atlanta right now. All the people in New York, all the people in Jersey, Connecticut. I want to give a shout out to some people that I met out here in the Midwest. Quad One, the whole, what do you say, Kings roller skate, Coach Light roller skates. Then they got some in 19th Street roller skating rink, and this is St. Louis. We changed the name to St. Locke. We changed it No More Misery for the state of Missouri, but we changed it to what is called the First Queendom. And as we establishing queendoms all over, giving back the duty and responsibility to the women, and letting the women teach their children how to act, how to make laws, how to legislate. As it was done here in America, which was with the Uruguay League, which was it was a conglomeration of 6 different sovereign tribes who taught Benjamin Franklin about legislation and judiciary systems and the senates and things like that. And it was composed of the clan women putting in and choosing the chiefs, just like you have your chief justices, in the Supreme Court. They was the ones, the women was the one who made that happen, throughout this land that we live in now. So as it was in the beginning, so shall it be now, as we continue to show those who came to this country how to make 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 what we call, you call it peace, but we call it calmness. And this particular calmness is basically the total collection of the different peace that was coming to America. The symbol that I use, right, a little gigi, is the Statue of Liberty. And with the Statue of Liberty, you see the light that she's holding, right? And that light represents the light within her. Then you see the book that she had, which represents the laws, of this great land, And a lot of people I know on the Sheba of Radio 7, a lot of people I know that they speak ill of society, but they eating, they got toilet tissue to, do those things, but they eating, they got medical coverage, and it's people just want more and more and more. And what I've come to show people is that you can live in simplicity if you have your connection with your oversoul. And that's what I teach with the little gigi system, which is called the I-9 Nation, and is a part of being affiliated with the non-factor. Now the non-factor, we put out act called Baby Huey, which is connected to Jive Records and Hits Committee. Give a shout out to His Committee. Memphis and Baby Huey and Chris Style, the DJ of the Dirty DJs, and Bob Bakey, the manager of the Dirty DJs, and Nelly, and all these people that was in the Midwest